These Invisaligns is killing me, child.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Leo the Lioness Queen. If you happen to like what you see on this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video. A very special shout out to all of my beautiful elements and a very special shout out to all of the Capricorns. If you happen to be celebrating a birthday on this evening, I would like to wish you a very special and blessed happy birthday. And to any new subscribers, thank you so much for making a choice to click on this channel. And hopefully you'll like what it is that I have to bring. So I have a very special guest, and it is Basic Ass Britt. Me and her had actually been trying to get this show together for a while now. Okay.
Long time, okay?
Right. Because Basic Ass Britt, she go to school, she work. I'd be having a lot of shit going on, a lot of stuff going on. So we finally had the time to go ahead and do this discussion about the Seamoss, because there have been a lot of people asking about the Seamoss. So she agreed to come on with me so that I can ask her some questions, because I know Basic Ass Britt is a regular user of Seamoss. So first of all, welcome, Basic Britt. Thank you for joining me for this.
Thank you, Leo and Elements. Happy New Year, too.
Happy New Year. Hey, everybody in the chat. Okay, so Basic Britt, when were you first introduced to Seamoss?
It was probably about a little less than a year ago. My sister, not my biological sister, but my good sis, she was using Seamoss. She actually had some things go on, like, with her body and personal, so she's real into holistic medicine. Like, she doesn't like taking anything over the counter, any pills. So she wanted to do everything holistic. So she started looking into Seamoss, natural teas, anything that was like natural remedies. So she got real heavy into Seamoss. And then she started going to like nursing school to figure out, what things would go with different medicines, because she wants to open a store. So when she started trying other things, I was like, Seamoss seemed the safest, because I was like, it doesn't look too bad. And I was like, yeah, she had all types of things that were green. And I was like, let's just do the Seamoss, because at first I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, it smells like the ocean. And then she was like, yeah, it's fine. It smells like the ocean and it has a texture of semen. And I'm like, both of these things are wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, both of those things are real wrong. But after a while, I was like, she finally came into town because she lives in Jersey, and she was like, taste it, and it was out the blender, and she was right. It definitely smells like the ocean, and it definitely has a texture of Seamoss. But I felt amazing, so I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. So that's how I ended up kind of getting stuck with it, and it just kind of grew on me.
Okay, so when you first took it, when you started taking it, what exactly how did you feel? Like, what benefits did you notice immediately, or just period?
The first thing was definitely the energy boost. So when I took it, it was instantly, I felt like, oh, I'm awake. Almost like taking a Red Bull,
Mhm.
that type of feeling, but healthier. And then you definitely feel the urge to go to the restroom. I don't know if
Yes.
everyone gets that, but I felt that. But it's not like a laxative type of feeling. It's just
Yeah,
like, oh, you kind of feel like your body is detoxing on its own. So it's natural. Like, you don't feel gassy. It's just like,
right.
okay, I know that my system is cleaning itself out. So the energy and then that awake feeling. And the energy was probably got me hooked with just being in school, working
Yeah.
at night. It was like, oh, okay, I can do this. And then I noticed that it did really, really good with my skin. And that was before I started doing the facials, that my skin was clearing up. And I was like, oh, okay, this could work. And she was telling me all the good stuff about it, but I don't listen. Like, so I started to Google it. And I was like, oh, it does this and it does that. So I started finding out other things, but the energy and just like that clearing your system out and the skin were
Yeah,
probably the three biggest things for me.
because you have beautiful skin. I've been meaning to tell your skin is gorgeous.
Thank you. I be working so hard because that thing it's oily. Like,
I mean, yeah, and a lot of us deal with that, and then I know a lot of people deal with hyperpigmentation, I think it's called, and
yes.
stuff. So definitely. Now when you started taking it, how did you consume it? Did you actually consume it raw, or like did you graduate up to that point?
No, I did it raw. So when I first started getting it from her, she was selling it already made. So she was doing it that way. And then I was like, okay, so she would sell it and it was like very thick, kind of like applesauce. So that's how I would take it. I would just take it like that. I would do my 2 tablespoons a day. And
Mhm.
I would just do it that way. And then I started reading, and she was saying you can put it into certain foods. But at that time, I wasn't eating meat and I wasn't doing too much bacon. So I was kind of limited on what I could put it in. Uh,
Right.
so then I was like, well, let me try it in like an omelet, something simple. Because once you kind of heat it up, you do lose some of the benefits of it, I believe. So I was like, well, let me try it in like something simple, like an omelet, to see if I'll notice it. Because, like I said, it has that ocean smell, but
Yes.
too much of a weird taste. So I will put it in like I mix my eggs up in a bowl, add the sea moss there, go ahead and put it in my omelet with the rest of my spinach and everything, and I couldn't taste it.
Okay.
Um, and then I would put it in like a soup. So if you're making a soup on a stove, put it in there and kind of heat it up. You don't really taste it in anything. So that's
Okay.
where I would kind of put it in, and you don't notice that. So that might be better for some people, but tasting it, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I think the thing with me, I could not, or still cannot, and I want to graduate up to that point, but I can't get past the consistency. Like just looking at it,
How
I
do how's your consistency? Because some people like it like a jello. Like my sister, she likes it kind of thick. Like I would say hers is more like a applesauce jello when she puts it in the refrigerator, and then I like mine to kind of be more like a gel. Like if you were to pour her, like take her jar and my jar out, you would also
Mhm.
have to scoop hers out, like let it sit out and kind of scoop hers. Whereas mine, if you were to let it sit out, you can kind of pour mine into a spoon. Like it's very it's weird. I don't even know how you would describe it. Like hers is more like pancake batter,
Okay.
and mine's is a little. It's thinner. So it depends. Like if you blend it up, you can add a little bit more spring water because I don't like mine's that thick. I want to be able to swallow and get it done.
Okay, yeah. Well, the one that I had is already pre-made.
Okay.
Okay, 'cause I haven't. And I'll talk to you about that because I know that you actually make your own. So I'll get to that part. But the one that I use, which is by ACAF, African Cultural Art Form,
Okay.
it's all they sell it in both forms. They sell it to where you can make it yourself. They also sell it in a gel, and it's kind of thick to me or whatever. And just looking at it, because I can smell the kind of like ocean smell, but just looking at it, I was not able to taste. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, and so I just would put it inside of my smoothies. And of course, I didn't, I don't taste it at all and stuff. Do okay, so is it, so you said you can put it in hot stuff, but of course it loses a little bit of its benefits when you heat it up, is what you're saying?
Just a little bit. So it's not awful. So you can do it like that, like soups and things. What I try to do is if I can do it, if you don't mind that chunk of it, like if I try to do it, I won't do it for the omelet. Of course, you're going to lose it. So I don't mind cooking my omelet a little bit longer on low to try to keep it. You're going to lose it regardless. So it doesn't really matter. And then if I'm doing like a soup or something, you want to kind of do it like as the last thing before you're taking your soup out. Like I wouldn't start my soup and then put it in there like you're, seasoning anything because it doesn't
Yeah.
have any taste or flavor. So you can do it that way, but you wouldn't do it if you're doing like soup for a family. Like it would be more or less you're taking out some soup and you want to heat it up in the microwave or a small little bowl for, personal use and then put it in there, not like a crock pot of soup and you're about to put a gang of sea moss in and not that type of thing. But yeah, those would probably be the easiest. But really, if you can just get past it and just eat it naturally, that's probably the best way.
Okay, and so have you heard about, did your sister say anything about the capsule form? Have you ever tried the capsule form?
She's not a fan.
Okay.
Like that. Like, oh yeah, it's just old natural just. So I've never tried it. I know me and Zevin were talking about it, so I don't know. I'm not gonna knock it because I've never tried it. I would
Yeah.
probably take it just to see. But I've just gotten so used to doing it with the raw and just doing it myself that it's just like, and you get so much more for it, and I know where it
Yeah.
comes from. So that's probably why I trust it a little bit more. Like I know when I get sea moss from her or the place that you were getting from, you know that it's coming from the ocean. It's dry sea moss, it's a dry plant. I'm
Yeah.
kind of worried because I don't know what's in the capsule, like what all it's mixed with, because it's kind of hard for me to figure that you just ground some sea moss up, put it in the capsule. But I try it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Subi, honey, you have to put it inside of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So, and okay, so is it easy for you to make? Because you make yours by yourself, right?
Yeah, when you get it and don't don't quote me on the recipe because I would have to. Normally she sends me a recipe card, but Lord knows I don't follow anybody's directions. So normally when you so you can ask me because if I brought her on here, she would yell. But when you get it in like the raw. It's just like raw, crunched up sea moss. It kind of looks like thick hay.
Okay.
But you get it and you just put it into like your the secret with sea moss, I guess, and most people probably don't know if you don't make it your own. When you get it, it comes in almost like a well, when she sends it to me, it comes in like a Ziploc bag and it's really, really tight. So if you put it into, say, like a mixing bowl or whatever size bowl you put it in, it's going to expand. But the
Okay.
bigger the bowl you put it in, like that's how much it will expand. So how I kind of cheat the system to get more for my money is I'll put it in one of those big silver mixing bowls that you use if you're baking like a really big cake or dough.
Okay.
So it expands more, so you get more. But you put it in there, you kind of rinse it, you'll get some dirt. So you might see like seaweed in there, you'll see some green seaweed mix, you'll see some regular sea dirt. So you'll rinse it off a couple times. And then once you rinse it, you'll just let it sit overnight for 24 hours. And then you may have some little pieces that you need to come off, some pieces that are in the sea moss that might be dirty. It's personal
Mhm.
preference. I like cutting it off. You probably won't get them all. So you'll cut that off. Some people do it while it's soaking. Some people do it after. What I'll do is I let it sit for 24 hours. Then I'll go and I'll put it in a glass bowl because it should be translucent where it's almost clear. That's when
Okay.
you know it's done. And in a glass bowl, you can see all the little imperfections. So you can go, you can trim those off, make sure you got all the dirt off, then rinse it off again in like your spaghetti strainer. Then you just blend it with actual spring water. Now, some people say you can use just regular filtered water or bottled water. Definitely
Mhm.
not tap water. I say just get the spring water. It's super cheap wherever you go, and you just blend it to your consistency. Um,
Okay.
I would have to double check to see what the ratio is because when I get it, she gives me a big bag and it's like a few ounces. So I think it's like 1 ounce of sea moss is some weird amount of cups. I'll double check and then I'll send it to you. You can throw it up on your
Okay.
menu wall because you don't have one. And then I'll send you some pictures of what like the imperfections look like because I just made some for somebody else and they wanted to see. So I'll send you
Okay.
some pictures of how it looks when I make it. But that's all you really do. You're just pretty much just kind of trimming it, getting the dirt off like you normally would, like when you're cleaning any other vegetable. You're letting it sit. So when it's sitting for that 24 hours, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go over and pick and prod. If it's sticking out, I'll cover it with some saran wrap so the tops don't get dry, and you just let it do its thing overnight. You don't have to do anything. You rinse it off, and then you just blend it the next day. Like it's it. You don't nothing fancy.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how long do the batches last?
Um, I would say anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. I've heard of people saying that they freeze them. I've never done that. Not to say that you can't. I've just personally never noticed. I can't say how long it lasts when you freeze them. But
Right.
normally, I say you don't want to go anywhere past 3 days. You'll notice a smell to your sea moss. Kind of like when milk is getting ready to get bad. It kind of has that weird smell where you know it probably needs to go. Like
Yeah.
that. It already smells like the sea, so it's a little different. The other
Okay.
thing you want to be careful with if you're say maybe at a week and a half and you're noticing your sea moss may smell funny, check the lid. I put mine in a glass jar because a plastic type of container normally won't work. So you want to make sure you have some type of glass jar that holds better. But if you're noticing before maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks, you're getting a funny smell, check the lid because if you have any sea moss residue around the lid or on the outside of your mason jar, and it's getting exposed to that air, that might smell, and that might cause you to feel like your sea moss is smelling. And I've done that, and I've ended up throwing out fresh sea moss because it was my jar that smelled. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
don't do that. And I was super upset. So normally I say no more than 3 weeks. So if you get like the mason jars, just write the date on there that you actually blended and put it in a jar, and just keep track of it that way.
okay, yeah, that's great information because I know the one that I like I said, the one that I get from ACAF, it does come in a mason jar. And they basically said that don't use it for no more than 4 weeks. After that, don't go past that part and just throw it away.
Yeah.
Now, do you happen to know the difference between Irish sea moss and Jamaican sea moss? Because I know the kind that I use is actually Jamaican sea moss.
Um, there's like a little I think it's from where you get it from. Different parts, different oceans type of thing. And some of them I believe it's the way the sea moss, the texture of it looks. I think it still does the same. Like so there's
Okay.
no difference in properties. So if you get it Irish sea moss or Jamaican sea moss or whatever, it's still the same property. So there's nothing there. The only one that's slightly different is purple sea moss. I've had that too, and if you get it, I wouldn't recommend cleaning that at home. If any of you are interested in getting Seamoss, if you know somebody who sells that, have them do it, because that takes limes and elbow grease, and Lord Jesus, don't get.
Oh,
But
Lord. Okay.
yeah, my sister sent me that.
Because even though you're saying it's just a difference on basically how it cultivated, um, isn't purple sea moss, I think they consider to be the strongest of them, or
Is purple sea moss is very strong. So that little boost, how we were saying, when you take that Irish moss and you feel that little boost, purple sea moss is the same thing. But imagine that purple boost and how you feel like you want to go to the restroom. Purple
yeah,
boost is the same, but it's like 10 times stronger. So that little energy kick that you get, it's
yeah.
very high. It doesn't last any longer, but it's like, ooh. So it's like somebody just gave you a quick little adrenaline shot, and
Oh
say it
wow.
lasts for about 30 minutes, and then you're right back to, your normal self. And then when you go to the bathroom, it's a lot quicker. So it's pretty much the same as far as what you're getting, no difference, but that little energy boost is it's a lot different. And that taste is
Yeah.
very foul. That taste is very foul.
Because I did notice when I started taking the Jamaican sea moss, I did notice that my bathroom usage went up. But just like you said,
Yes.
it wasn't an uncomfortable thing. Like you say, exactly. It was not as though I felt like I took a laxative. I just found that I had to go way, more often. But
Yeah,
it was
it's like a natural thing. It's
uncomfortable.
like it feels like you took a lot of fiber. Like that's what it feels like. Like, oh, I can
Right.
go
Right.
now. I can go now. That
Right.
purple sea moss, and it's for the amount of people who find that purple sea moss, it's expensive. So I would say it's if you want to try it, cool. I don't think it's worth the money that they're probably going to charge you. Like it's not. I got it because I was like, oh, it's purple, and I want to just be, in the know. Like I want to
Yeah.
be a backpack kid. For the price, it was nasty to get it down, and I don't think it's worth it. So I probably stick with our average sea moss or Jamaican sea moss. But the only difference is when you I don't think I have any pictures of it. Is whenever it expands in the water when you're making it, is the texture. So the Irish sea moss is kind of longer. It kind of looks like it's real weird. I hate to say this, but the other sea moss, the Jamaican, is a little tighter. It kind of looks like that thing that's going around. It's real tight like that. So
Okay.
that's yeah. So that's the only difference is how it looks whenever it sits in the water and it submerges and it expands. But otherwise, it's the same.
Okay, thank you so much for coming on here to basically explain how to use it. The one last thing that I do have to ask you is that even though you said that it is easy to make, to someone who is new, would you say that maybe they need to start off with a pre-made one
Um,
until they
I feel like if you're comfortable in the kitchen, you can try it. For most people who are selling it, even the place I forget the name of it, but I always see it on community wall, and I always mix up the letters because I think I'm dyslexic. But they normally they're normally dyslexic after like 4 p.m.
yeah,
They,
ACAF, yep, they sell it
yes,
in both forms.
they always normally will send you a card with it that tells you what the ratio is. I'm just bad at like my sister sends a card and it says, "Hey, mix this ratio to this." So if you're comfortable in the kitchen, then it shouldn't be an issue. The one thing I will say, when blending, like I have a Ninja blender. I love my Ninja, but when you blend it in the Ninja, it's something about the more high tech your blender is, the worse it seems. Not the blend for see, it's not the worst. It takes longer. So if you
Okay.
have an old fashioned glass blender, like I had to dig out my granddad's blender, Lord God rest his soul, and that blender works amazing. So, but otherwise, as far as blending it, it's not that bad. It's really not.
Okay, cool. Well, like I said, thank you so much for coming on here. Actually, before you leave, because I know you got to, do your thing and stuff. I told you I wasn't gonna keep you
No, no,
long.
you're fine.
I actually am going to go ahead and do the $25 digital ACAF $25 gift card giveaway pool. I got names in here already, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull a name.
Ooh, one
And
of y'all be a winner.
yes. So you hear it going around in the box. So we will see who will be the recipient of the digital $25 gift card. Whoever you are, just make sure that you um, email me. My information is inside the description link. Email me your Yeah, just email me so that I can go ahead and give you the code to use on ACAF, African Cultural Art Form. And of course, please make sure that you use my link, which is also inside of the description box. Welcome, CCN TV. Thank you for coming in. Well, the winner of the $25 digital gift card is Sexy Harlem.
125. Yeah.
Yes, Sexy Harlem. So I don't know if she's in here, but Sexy Harlem, if you hear the replay, you are the recipient of the $25 digital ACAF gift card. I already know how to get in touch with you, so I will be, letting you know that you won and giving you the code in order to go on the African Cultural Art Forum link through my link, of course, and basically order you $25 worth of product. Well, basic ass Britt, I've always loved your name. I think you're I wish you continue luck in your studies. Thank you for agreeing to come on here with me. I appreciate you so much, and I want you to have a good evening.
Thank you too, Leo. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Have a good night, Queen.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. To everybody on here, thank you guys for coming on here and listening to us. Like I said, me and her have been trying to plan this show for a very long time. But like I said, Basic Ass Britt is a full-time student. She has a job and she has a life. And y'all already know I'm a mom. I got a job. I got a life. Okay. So, and then I think it may be like a slight time difference or something to where she is at. So, we tried our best to try to get it together. But I hope that this was helpful to you guys. And I will definitely be doing more on Seamoss and just different things. Okay, guys. So I just wanted to come in here and provide this content for you. To everybody that was in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You said I didn't know about the code. I placed the order on your link off the community page. Oh no, that's perfect. Miss Patrice. No, that's fine. As long as you order through my link is good. And like I said to everybody, my link, my ACAF link is always inside my description box. Also, guys, please do not forget about my Amazon store. I have been adding more things to the Amazon store as well. So just go ahead and go in there. And of course, when you go to either link, I get a little commission off of anything that you place. Also, when it comes to Soul Kiss Collections, make sure you check her out. To anybody else that may have a product and you want to send it to me, you want me to give an honest review, I am willing to do that as well. Just send it to my P.O. box. And if y'all want me to give an honest review, I definitely will. I am open to all possibilities, all opportunities, okay? Because in 2021, it is about leveling up in all different type of ways. I have a question. I will put it in the comments. No, you can, did you want to come up here real quick, Subi, honey? If you want to come up here and ask it, you can. You said you've been looking at the wish list. Wait, let me go ahead and put it inside the chat for you real quick, Subi, honey. Cause child, I'm still trying to learn how to work this dang on computer. So I'm not about to even front. Let me see. Let me put it up in here. Okay, there it is. Subi, if you want to come up real quick. You welcome, Dutch V. You welcome, Perfectly Scarred. Like I said, thank you to everybody that's in here. I appreciate it. Again, I'll be trying to come with a whole bunch of different things and stuff. Different things that we can talk about. I actually have been looking up some topics or trying to see what caught my attention so that we can have another panel about different things. I also will be bringing back the parent panel in order to check in with everybody, check in with all the parents, of course, check in with the teacher mods. Not teacher mods, teacher elements that I have to see how everything is going. What are the different things that they may be bringing to your schools? I know as far as I know right now. Okay, no problem, Subi, honey, take your time. I know as far as right now, They still have our children in digital school. I think some of them are supposed to be going back in January, but I know towards the end of January, the program which my son is in, which is the online, they will be making a decision whether or not they are going to go ahead and open up all the schools. I don't know whether or not I'm still Okay, Charlie Light, yes, go ahead. I would love to get some ideas. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas, just always let me know. And like I said, I'm open to it because I really want us to have great conversations. I ordered blue green algae. I'll let you know how it is. Yes, Larry Lauren, please let me know how it is because I think I've heard of that, but yeah, I need to find out more information about that. You said our schools are out for the rest of the year. Huh? Are they? Here I come, Subi.
You said our schools are out for the rest of the year.
Hey, how are you?
Get exit out of the YouTube app.
Okay, I did. Can you hear me better?
Yep, I can hear you. I don't hear myself. So you good.
Just a quick question. I ordered the Seamoss and it took USPS was on some BS.
Yes.
So it took probably maybe, I don't know, close to a month, almost anywhere between almost three, probably about going on 3 weeks to get it. And then you all was saying don't keep it for more than 4 weeks. So I'm just like, okay, so can I used it. It smelled fine, but it smelled like the ocean. But so I figured that it was fine. But well, I'm like, okay, did I just
No, listen, you're not gonna die. So I want to let you know that.
No, I just want to make sure. I'm just like, is it not good anymore? Should I not use it? Should I reorder? I mean, I wasn't sure.
What I'm going to actually do is I'm just going to contact the owner and I'm going to ask her. I think that you should still be fine, but I'm going to ask her. And like I said to everybody, when it comes to the ordering process, like you say, UPS, FedEx, all the postal people done been off the chain when it comes to the delivery, okay?
Yeah, because they kept asking me to do a review, and I'm like, I ain't even got it yet. I think it took almost close to a month for me to get this.
Okay, well, you know what? Like I said, I'll make sure that I'll contact the owner and I'll ask her exactly how to, what to do with that. If it is to the point to where you can't use it, I'll make sure that you get another one.
Okay, and then they need to put because I just got it probably maybe right before Christmas was Friday. I think I probably got it maybe that Monday. So I got it last Monday, and I didn't put it in the refrigerator because it didn't say. And so they need to put that on the label.
Well, yeah, no, and you're right, Miss Patrice. It is from the time that you open it. That's when the time limit starts. So thank you, Miss Patrice. But no, you are supposed to keep it in the refrigerator. So yeah, you probably have to throw that away because you're supposed to keep it in the refrigerator.
Okay, and I didn't know and I didn't get any instructions on, what to do with it. So I think they need to put that on the label.
Okay. I'll make sure that I talk to the owner about that. But yeah, as far as like I said, the shipping, that's why I've always said to you guys, when you do order stuff, sometimes it may take a minute because of the fact that everything has been backed up as far as just deliveries and stuff. I know that, like I said, the post office, the FedEx, everything. But everybody who's gotten their products have been, satisfied. Like I said, I'll talk to the owners and I'll make sure that that's rectified for you.
Yeah, because I've been using it and I haven't had any issues. It didn't make me sick or anything, but
Yeah, but I believe that you are supposed to put it inside the refrigerator. But like I said, Miss Patrice did remind me that it's from the time that you open it up, because of course when they make it, you know what I'm saying, it's sealed up in that mason jar.
Oh, okay. Well then I didn't open it until I just put it in a smoothie on Wednesday.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll ask her, but I think that you really should be fine. Okay, yes, refrigerate after opening.
Okay, I think I'm okay.
Okay, you sent me some pics too, Basic Britt. Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but just let me know if there's any issues or whatever. Like I said, I'll still do a check on my end. But Miss Patrice saying that it is fine. But I'll still make sure that I double check. But like Basic Brick basically said, if you don't have no funny taste to it or it don't smell like rancid or something like that, you should be fine.
Okay, cool. All right, that'll work.
But no problem. But like I said, thank you so much for coming up here. And like I said, you already know, anytime that I put the stream link and you want to come on through here, you can do it. It's all good with me. Oh, hey, June G. Okay, great. Yeah, just make sure that you follow the playback. And Basic Britt came on here as a guest in order to basically let us know what was going on. The pictures that she sent me, I will go ahead and put them, probably put them on my community feed so that you guys can see the difference and everything. And she actually has some Seamoss gel instructions, because at ACAF you are able to actually get the actual Seamoss to where you can make it yourself. And she said that it's pretty easy to do. So if you want to take your chance and just do it that way, that is fine. Because I actually think, since she's actually sent me the instructions how to make it, I think the next time that I order, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just order both. Order the raw Seamoss and order the gel. And like I said, I'll put this on my community feed and stuff. But regardless, just make sure that you guys use my link to order and stuff. And like I said, please be patient when it comes to the shipping and everything. Let's see what else she says. You can use it as a conditioner in your shampoo and as a facial mask. And you know what? I was not thinking when you was up here, Basic Britt, because I actually did use it as a facial mask. I did also, I mean, I put it inside my smoothie, but I also did take it and literally rub it on my face. It didn't have a funny smell to it. It basically got hard on my face. And when I washed it off with warm water, you know, my face was tight, but it had a nice glow to it and everything. So yes, you can actually use it as a conditioner in your shampoo and as a mask straight out the jar. So Subi, honey, that's something else that you can do too. You could just take it and just put it on your face. And another thing I forgot to ask her while she was up here was exactly how much are you supposed to take? I know I was told to take at least, well, I started off with 1 tablespoon, then I graduated up to 2 tablespoons, but I think you can take a total of 1/4 cup a day, if I'm not mistaken. But when it comes to those 2 tablespoons, you can do 1 in the morning and maybe 1 later or something. Okay. But if you're just starting off, you can start off with 1 tablespoon. I know when I did that, I felt the energy immediately. Okay. And like I said, I have not graduated to the point of being able to take it raw, but my next batch, I think I am going to go ahead and try it. And just do it like that, and we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know. You said 2 tablespoons up to 1/4 cup. Right. Yeah, that's how that you do it. And Miss Patrice says closes in large pores. Yes. Hey, Maturish. Hey. Well, you know, you can always catch the replay. We wasn't on here that long, but we had Basic Ass Britt come up, and she basically gave us some information about it. And I know you will enjoy the replay. And like I said, this will not be the first time that we actually have this discussion. I'm going to educate myself more in it. But all I can say for me is that when I started taking it, I felt energy immediately. It did make me go to the bathroom. But like Basic as Britt said, it wasn't like you were taking a laxative or something. It was comfortable. It was like you had took some fiber or something. So I've had great results with it so far. Okay. I'm going to have to. I had all those questions about seaweed. I understand. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing more shows on there. Let me see. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and moles on my face, but I'm going to try it on my face. Yes, I've heard a lot of great things about it. I put it in my applesauce too. Yes, I've heard a lot of people saying they put it in applesauce. I'm gonna try that as well. Like I said, there's a lot of things I'm gonna try when I order my next batch. But like I said, thank you guys for joining me here. I'm about to go ahead and just relax and chill for the rest of the evening. I wish all of you an excellent evening. And again, shout out to Sexy Harlem for being the winner of the $25 ACF gift card. You said not seaweed. I was calling it kelp shake when I first started. And yes, do not forget to order through my ACF link, which is inside of the description box. Also, do not forget to order through my Amazon store. I get a commission every time you order. And just shout out to all of y'all for supporting me. And I look forward to us doing great things on this channel. Have a great evening, guys. Bye.